Look, I don't want to scare you, but if you are not following this one rule, then no matter how much good you do, other people are going to treat you like trash. They are never going to respect you and see you as a powerful man. I know how much it hurts you when your friends, colleagues, or even your family members don't treat you the way you should be treated. But this is not happening because other people are evil. This is only happening because you don't know how to get respect and power. Like what you think, what these all-powerful politicians and famous celebrities are doing to maintain their power and respect. Are they using some sort of hidden secret that only powerful and wealthy people can access? No, they are using a simple rule, and you can also start using it after completing this video, and I promise you, in a week, you will start seeing results. The great Napoleon Bonaparte also has used this rule to create honor and respect. To explain to you how it works. Meet a group of friends. In this group, our main character is Brian, but Brian is the Mr. Nice, always ready to help, no matter what, when, where. Because Brian has a weird mindset. He thinks if he will help his friends, they will respect and love him in return. But he was not aware of the truth. Suddenly, after a few weeks of being the nice guy, he got stressed out, also became a victim of depression, and gets sick for a full week. The news of Brian's sickness came across to his Uncle Steve. His Uncle Steve comes out as a turning point for him. Brian is sick laying in his bed. His uncle came to see him. This makes Brian very happy, because he really admires his uncle. His uncle asked him, "What happened to you, how you end up like this?" Brian told him the whole story, and how he was trying to impress his friends. Then his uncle said, "My son, you have a very good heart, but the world we live in is not for good people. If you want respect and admiration from your friends and other people, then you have to learn." After this, his Uncle Steve gave him a book and told him to read it. After reading, Brian was a new person. Everything has changed. Brian's friends start giving him the attention, but most importantly, they start seeing him as a respect-worthy man. But what was the rule that helped the great Napoleon Bonaparte and our boy Brian? The rule is use absence to create honor and respect. Because remember, human nature desires what's scarce. When you're constantly available, you become ordinary. But by creating some distance, you become more valuable. For example, think of limited edition items, like watches, cars, bags, and clothes. Why do you think people pay double for these things? Because people think they have only one chance. That's what Brian did wrong. He became a regular thing for his friends that can be accessed anytime. For example, Brian became the mobile charger for his friends. They charge their phone whenever they want, and still the charger will be sitting on the table waiting for them. But after applying the rule, Brian started ignoring them, stopped answering their calls. Whenever they asked him to go out, he said, "I'm busy, I have work to do." That created curiosity in their minds, like what the hell this man is doing nowadays. And curiosity is the only thing that makes us attracted to someone. To explain you curiosity properly, take yourself for example. You meet your old friend after a few years. You're very curious to know what he is doing nowadays, how he is living, what kind of job he is doing. Is he married or not? Your curiosity is very high right now. But no matter how much you love meeting your friend for the first time, if you're going to meet him every day, then the curiosity will fade away. And you're going to treat him like every other person around. But if you meet him again after a few years, curiosity will be again high. You see how important it is to create distance and absence for respect and honor. But now I want to tell you something very important. This is not their fault or our fault. This is the animal part of our nature. We as humans start losing respect for something if got more than we need. That's why it is your responsibility to create some distance even from your loved ones, because this is very important. So always remember, if you want your friends and other people to respect you, then you should create some absence because
if you're always going after the other person, if you're always the pursuer, they start to take you for granted.
Sure.
You're always the one calling and texting, you're in their face constantly, thinking that that's the way to make them love you. They take you for granted. They think you're so familiar. They have you wrapped around your finger a little bit. And unconsciously, they lose a bit of respect. They may not say it, but it'll come out in their behavior. And over time, the spell of love will kind of diminish. So you want to step back, you want to create some distance, some absence, and you want to make them come to you instead of you going to them. If you make them take a move towards you, then the game is reversed, the dynamic is reversed. Now the power is a little bit more on your side.